guys, welcome back to Your Mindset, Your Power. Today's episode is one many of you have been asking for. And honestly, we are overdue for this conversation, my friend. We're talking about menopause, unfiltered, the full truth, raw, messy, powerful, and surprisingly funny at times. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm a woman who's already been through it and somehow survived. So this is not medical advice. This is survival advice. Let's say this whole conversation is your survival kit. And listen, guys, this episode is not only for the women who are going through those fun hormonal changes right now. It's for everyone, for the younger women who will get there one day, and for the spouses and partners who urgently need to understand this if they want to survive and still be liked by their partners by the end of it. But seriously, my friend, my goal today is that you feel heard, understood, less alone, and that you walk away with the hope and the clarity many of us never got years or decades ago. Menopause is totally doable. It's survivable. And I'm not going to lie, it's also freaking hard. But understanding what's really happening in your body doesn't just bring relief, it brings power. So let's unpack what happens, how it starts, the science behind it, the things nobody tells you, and how I managed to come out the other side with my sanity mostly intact. So let me start with my story, because this whole journey got very real very fast. I hit premenopause or perimenopause in my late 40s. That's the phase before your period actually stops, when cycles become unpredictable and symptoms start showing up. And at the exact same time, my son was hitting puberty. Yeah, you heard that right, my friend. One of us was running on too many hormones and the other one had basically none. Let's just say the emotional climate in our house was stormy at times. We would crash over the smallest things. Until one day, when we were both calm, I sat him down and I said, babe, listen, I know I've been reacting a little too much lately. Okay, maybe a lot, and I'm sorry. Your mom is going through some major changes in her body right now, and so are you. The only difference, you have too many hormones, and I have pretty much zero. But we feel the same way, reactive, moody, emotional. So why don't we try to support each other? And let me tell you, something shifted that day. He got it. We became more patient and compassionate with each other. And sometimes we even laugh when I had a moment and he would say, Mom, I get it. You're having a menopause moment. And honestly, our relationship got even stronger from that point forward. Yeah. And that's how this story starts. Not perfect, not knowing all the answers, but with honesty and a whole lot of patience. Now, let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body, because nothing prepares you for this part. Menopause isn't just about hot flashes or mood swings. No, menopause is a full body remodel. But before we go deeper, let me introduce you to the two hormones running this whole show, because they're really the starts of the story. Estrogen and progesterone. These hormones exist in both men and women, but women have much higher levels during our reproductive years. Estrogen is like your multitasking manager. It regulates your period, supports your mood, keeps your bones strong, keeps your skin smooth and flexible, and keeps your libido alive. Yep, she does a lot. Progesterone is her calming best friend. Supports sleep, balances your cycle, helps your body relax, keeps estrogen from going overboard. During menopause, both of these hormones drop dramatically. And when they drop, your body feels it everywhere. It's like you're suddenly running on a new operating system you never signed up for. That's when the fun stuff starts. Have flashes, brain fog, mood swings, dryness, sleep issues, belly weight, emotional shifts. Yeah. And then you start thinking, what is wrong with me? Am I going crazy? And I'm here to tell you, my friend, you're not. Your body is literally rewiring itself with way less hormonal support. I like to call it a hormonal roller coaster. You know, those one with those loops and drops? Yep, that one. So let's break down these symptoms. Because the truth is, knowing is half the battle, right? Let's start with a fun one. Brain fog. You know, when you walk into a room and can't remember why you're there, or you're telling a story and suddenly your mind goes blank and you forgot what you were going to say. Yeah, well, guess what? That's not you losing it, my friend. That's estrogen withdrawal. And let me tell you a funny story. And this is a true funny story. One day, I found Windex. Yes, my friend, Windex in my refrigerator. And another day, I found my reading glasses in the freezer. Explain that to me. At the beginning, I laughed. My family laughed. And then I start panicking. What's wrong with me? So if this sounds familiar, you're not losing your mind, my friend. You are simply going through menopause. And then the belly weight. One morning, I looked in the mirror and thought, wait, am I pregnant? Because I never had a belly. Other places? Oh, yeah, but not a belly. I even got mad at my husband, like, I can't be pregnant at this age. I can't even repeat what I told him here. I wasn't pregnant, of course. It was the freaking menopause. When estrogen drops, your body stores fat differently. Less in your hips, more in your belly. It's not your fault. It's biology. And if you're being wondering why you suddenly can't button your jeans even though you're eating the same, well, now you know, my friend. Next, let's talk about muscle and inflammation. Estrogen helps keep muscles strong and joints flexible. When it dips, you lose lean muscle and then you gain inflammation and suddenly your knees sound like bubble wrap. This is where strength training becomes your new best friend. Yep, not for the scale, for your muscle, for mobility, and for bone protection. Let's move to something that really hit me hard. Sleep and mood. Yep, you know those hot flashes at 2 a.m.? Those, like, the thermostat is completely off, and then the covers are on, the covers are off, like, you're all over the place, your brain is racing, you have insomnia, you wake up exhausted, and of course, not in the greatest mood. Lack of sleep means more cortisol, so the stress hormone, which makes you more anxious, more moody, and more likely to eat your feelings. Sounds familiar? Well, you're not imagining it, my friend. And menopause also affects your metabolism and digestion. I didn't know this. Hormones affect digestion and blood sugar. Blood sugar spikes faster and crashes harder. And that means more cravings. Those beautiful, fun cravings. So this is why it's so important to increase protein and fiber to your diet. Protein helps maintain muscle and metabolism, and fiber helps stabilize blood sugar, reduce cravings, support your gut, and lower inflammation. Now let's go into one of the most important and least talked about topics: love, intimacy, and libido. Yep, my friend, menopause impacts relationships as well. Not because of lack of love, but lack of understanding. Your libido changes, not because you stop loving your partner, but because your hormones are not supporting desire the same way. Imagine this. You haven't slept good. You're exhausted. You're emotional. You're dry. Your libido has basically gone into witness protection. But listen, intimacy doesn't necessarily disappear. It simply evolves. So let's talk about that dryness for a moment. Vaginal dryness is one of the biggest factors in libido changes because sex can become painful. And when sex hurts, guess what? Everything gets complicated, right? But listen, guys, you have option. One of the options could be hormone replacement therapy. Talk to your gynecologist about this. Ask questions. And if you don't go that route, you also have other options like medical grade lubricants, vaginal moisturizers, and let me give you a little secret. Some of the best allies are actually in your kitchen. Coconut oil, olive oil, but always check with your doctor first. The real mood killer is not your dryness, my friend. It's the silence around it and the pressure you put on yourself. So talk to your partner, explore your options, laugh together, and go slow. Open communication is the key. Don't suffer in silence. Your partner needs to know what's going on. What are you feeling? Please don't get caught up in like, I'm so tired, it's painful, I don't feel like it. All those things are valid. They're true. But listen, don't give up. Be open and honest with your partner and be creative. Try other things that might spice things up. Try any of the options available for you. And because the truth is, it's not fair for your relationship, right? Sex after menopause is not gone. It's just different, more intentional, more creative, and deeply meaningful, and still enjoyable. As Dr. Jen Gunter, one of the leading OBGYNs, remind us, you deserve science-based solutions, not fairy tales. Okay, enough with the sex talk, and let's go back to menopause. Now that we've been talking about what's happening in your body, and we started talking about some options like for dryness, let's talk about other options that you have to support you and your annoying menopause symptoms. Let's start with something you have probably heard already, hormone replacement therapy, or HRT. So what's exactly hormone replacement therapy? HRT is when doctors prescribe small doses of estrogen, progesterone, or both to help ease menopause symptoms. I just mentioned it could help with vaginal dryness, but it could also help with hot flashes, sleep issues, mood, libido, and muscle and bone loss too. But here's the thing. According to research and clinical experts, HRT isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. No, there are small risks and side effects to consider. And whether it's safe for you depends on your age, timing, health history, and comfort level. So talk to your doctor, ask questions, make the choice that's right for you. And on a quick note, the FDA is currently reviewing all warning levels on hormone therapy as new research comes out. According to experts, that doesn't mean HRT is suddenly risk-free, but it does mean the conversation is changing. So if you're curious, ask your doctor what the latest research means to you. And let me be clear, I'm not pushing HRT or I'm not telling you not to consider it. No, I just want you to feel empowered to ask questions and know your options. And if you and your doctor decide that hormone therapy is not for you, many women have explored more natural and lifestyle-based tools with their doctor's guidance, of course. For example, exercise, especially strength training. It's a big one. Even Dr. Gunter says exercise is her number one recommendation. Yes. And coming back to my story, my gynecologist told me the same thing long time ago. And I totally ignored it at first until I started losing muscle and strength. And then I started lifting and everything changed. I feel stronger and more energetic than before. So to my younger listeners, hear me out. Don't wait. Start now. Your future self will thank you. And also nutrition matters too. Eat more protein, more fiber, more veggies, whole grains, healthy fats. These things support your metabolism, your gut, and your hormones too. Now, let's talk about the part that ties everything together, your mindset. Of course, we have to talk about mindset because menopause is not just about hormones, my friend. It's about identity, self-worth, and how you see yourself in this season. Menopause is a mirror. It asks, who am I now? And here's the truth. You're not disappearing. You are evolving. And if you can face menopause with curiosity instead of fear, with humor instead of shame, with compassion instead of frustration, guess what? You can face anything. Menopause can be an awakening. It invites you to listen more deeply to your body, to redefine beauty and worth, to prioritize health over appearance, and also to build a new relationship with yourself. And see this phase as a transition, not a crisis. With the right mindset, you stop fighting your body and start partnering with it. You stop chasing who you were and start celebrating who you are becoming. This is not the end of your power, my friend. It's the beginning of a deeper one. And I'll tell you something. I didn't discover mindfulness, breath work, and meditation early in my journey. I started about 4 years ago, and wow, what a difference it's made. Not in a guilty, I should have done it sooner way, but in a grateful way. Because these tools help you come home to yourself. They calm your nervous system. They soften the edges, and they help you respond instead of react. And here's the best part. You can start any of these tools at any point in your journey. It's not too late. It's never too early. I didn't know half of these things before menopause hit me. I learned in the messy middle. And you know what? It's okay. Your body will always respond to love, curiosity, and support no matter when you start. All right, my dear friend. Well, we talk a lot. Let's recap. Because this wasn't just an episode about symptoms. No, it was about giving you clarity, confidence, and hope in one of the most misunderstood chapters of a woman's life. We talk about what's actually happening in your body, why you're not losing it, the real symptoms, the emotions, the impact on relationships, about hormone replacement therapy and other options and alternatives, and the mindset that can help you get through this with grace. You're not falling apart, my friend. You are evolving. And now you're more informed, more aware, and more equipped than ever. Because menopause is not a punishment. It's a transition. And you will make it through. Yes, you will. And to every woman listening, you've got this, my friend. Menopause is hard. Oh, yeah. But it's totally survivable. Your life is not over after menopause. And yes, you can feel strong, sexy, and fully yourself again. And To the partners, including my husband, thank you for your patience, for your love, for your support. When you show up with compassion, relationships don't fade, they deepen. And to everyone else, whether you're preparing for your own journey or supporting someone you love, I hope this reminds you how powerful knowledge, empathy, and mindset really are. Now you have a guide. You're not walking into this blind, and you don't have to do it alone. I'm walking this with you every step of the way. Share this episode with someone. Better yet, share it with everyone. Let's raise awareness because it matters. Thank you for spending this time with me, my friend. I appreciate you very much. Until next time, take care of your body, take care of your mind, and your sanity. You are doing great. Love you guys. Have a wonderful week.